I am your friend, Dr. Charles Apoki. I just had to do this video. I came from where I went to inspect my real estate purchases. And the first thing I saw when I opened my phone was Senator Natasha Apoki Uduaga's homecoming to Kogi Central. Yesterday, I heard from the state government a ban on gatherings, public gatherings. Remember, this is a Salah period where Muslims gather to celebrate. There was a ban on public gatherings. There was a ban on convoy. Nigerian politicians are wicked. Witches are wizard. Ban on convoys. And then I had given up all hope about Senator Natasha's ability to go and meet with her people. This woman outsmarted all those people. She hired a chopper. And when I saw the people waiting and the helicopter coming, the chopper coming with her, I started weeping. Because as at now, I have 3 granddaughters, 1 grandson. One is German-Nigerian or Nigerian-German. One is Nigerian-Romanian. And when I saw Senator Natasha Apoki, I was thinking of my granddaughters. You see, I don't care whether she's wrong or right. But the attempt to suffocate, the attempt to intimidate, the attempt to eliminate, because she was saying that she was alleging that there were attempts to eliminate her, not in Abuja, but in Kogi State, so that it would look as if it was her people that eliminated her. And the primitive politics of the 60s is still here. We don't change. One will have anticipated that when you have young governor and his successor, that you will have enlightened thinking. A day before the election, because I was communicating with somebody from Kogi State, they excavated roads that have been tarred so that they could not vote. Now they brought this ban. We are still behaving like in the 1960s. And Peter William Botha's philosophy that black people don't have the mental capacity to govern a society, and that if you give them democracy, tribalism, bigotry, nepotism, and all that. After 37 years, this phenomenon this is even more than 37 years. Since I was a child, we're still seeing this primitive attempt. What is annoying most men is not that there was sexual harassment issue. It is that how can a woman dare to stand up and challenge the status quo? How can a woman dare to defend her rights? That's what is annoying me, because women are human beings. In the Bible, they are female sons of God. So we all are sons. There is neither male nor female. So why can't she defend herself and her rights and assert her privileges. Even if she wrongly presented it, it does not mean you must extinguish her and eliminate her. After all, the same Senate president, current Senate president, argued with Saraki over seat allocation. After all, if we investigate how some of those people got to their offices, we will see that rules were broken. And then there was this primitive attempt to recall her. And then there was the primitive attempt to suppress those who went to the Senate committee to discuss. If you know it was sub judice, why did you set up a committee? And if nobody was supposed to talk, why was somebody talking, ranting? And so this attempt to make sure that Senator Natasha Apoki Uduaghan is finished, as if her allegation that she can lose her Senate seat if she does not succumb to some pressures, as if it is being played out. But you are dealing with a lawyer. You are dealing with somebody who is exposed. You are dealing with somebody who is has Ukrainian blood, has Nigerian blood. Ukrainian blood and Nigerian blood is explosive. They fight intimidation. You can see what is happening in Ukraine and Russia. To mix those that the two types of blood together, it's explosive. It's like my brain. Part of my brain is Igbo, part is Urobo. So the mixture of Urobo. So the woman came with a helicopter with her husband, and the women were singing one of the songs in Ebira language, because I called an Ebira man and he interpreted. The songs said that you cannot intimidate, oppress our daughter outside and then oppress her at home among her people. That we will not accept. And then the organizers of the people who came to receive her in her house were saying that they didn't need party flag so that it does not look like a political rally. They needed Nigerian flag. And I saw the Nigerian flag. I was just shedding tears. I was imagining my daughter, imagining my granddaughter, imagining my wife fighting in their own spheres. The Total EP invited me one year as a resource person during Women's Day to speak. The topic was Choose to Challenge. Choose to challenge is not to challenge men or husbands, but choose to challenge status quo that have been oppressive against women. My wife lost her father when she just entered secondary school, and they had to withdraw her. She had to withdraw from school for a year. And they were sharing the properties of her father. Share this. And then my mother-in-law stood up. My mother-in-law, huge woman, bold woman, she stood up. She said, you have shared all these things, but this man has a daughter that is in secondary school, and her fees need to be paid. And they told her that that we will not train that girl, that if we train a girl, that we train her for her husband. Then my mother-in-law asked a question, how much is the school fees? And they told her, and she said, I will pay. and my mother-in-law trained my wife through secondary school, through the School of Nursing. I trained her from School of Midwifery. And when she died at the age of 85, we went for the burial, gave a wonderful burial, and purposefully, I intentionally did it. And people were saying, who said that they should not train female children? And today, one of the best schools, the most beautiful buildings where my wife comes from, was built by my wife and I. We challenged the status quo. I bought the coffin, bought a lot of things. When we went for Elon's greeting, they said I should. I said, I bought the coffin. I did that. I can't. They said, you benefited most from her. Benefited most from her through what? It was marriage to me and her decision to go to school that made her, by the grace of God, who she is. I was watching Natasha Apoki Udwaga, and I was just imagining how many Ebira girls will just be stimulated, will just be inspired to be like Natasha Apoki Udwaga. There was a beautiful thing in that gathering. There were Muslims and there were Christians. All of them were singing the same song. You can't oppress our daughter outside and then oppress her at home. I wept for joy that somebody was able to break the chains of oppression. And that's what is going to happen in Nigeria very soon. Our young people, our women, you saw the NYC girl, and the resultant effect of paying 77,000 naira to NYC members. We're going to see a lot of chains being broken by women, by our youth. You see the 30-day rant. And let me say something. You see this Fulani attempt to colonize Christian communities and southern part of Nigeria. It won't work. Our young men are going to stand, our young women are going to stand and oppose any attempt to dominate them. Northern youths are going to stand and ask questions. I saw one recently now. What, all these your religious issues, how have they helped us? Do your children even practice Islam like as you want us to practice? All these arewa, how has it helped us? All these party politics, how has it helped us? Youths in Yoruba land, Igbo land, the north, south, they are going to ask questions. And my generation must get ready to provide answers, or they will sweep us away. They will sweep us away. I went to check the meaning of Natasha. I found out that in Islam, it means strong, being strong. It means gift of God. And in the Bible or among Christians, it is the Lord's gift, somebody who was born on Christmas Day. And you can see the organic love, not the ones that were paid to come and dance and sing. And I've always warned people, don't fight with a woman. The Bible says, be careful with them, treat them like members of the weaker sex. But don't take that for granted. Never underestimate the power of a woman. A woman will mess you up. Mess you up. You don't know her husband. You know she's married to the Uduaga family. Her husband on his own is a strong man, wealthy man. Um, Former governor of Delta State, Uduaga, and the Uduagas are not pushover. The Uduagas are related to Ibori, James Ibori. And so you can't just push that woman over. And she spun a card that Akpabio is angry that she's taking resources from the Niger Delta to develop the North. Oh, you will see what will happen. And so this issue of Natasha, Akpabio, Ododo, what's the man's name? The White Lion. Why, boy? You people should leave this woman alone. Oh. Woman, if a woman drag you, just like here, I know how to relate with my wife. You can't beat a woman to suspicion. Never. Her tears will bring people to her side. Her children will come to her side. Her brothers will come to her side. Her husband will come to her side. Her husband's people will come to her side. And women, if they want to mess you up, assuming you slap your wife, you say, oh, now my body you dey strong. When policeman slap you for your leg, but what do you feel do? Oh, you'll be crazy. If you get angry with a woman's provocation in her tongue, you will just be messing yourself. So Senator Akpabio was still in school when I was already a medical doctor. So he went to FGC Warri, FGC correct when I was in higher school at FGC Warri when he was still a junior student. I know what I'm talking about. I'm advising him, advising every person. All them Yaya, I could have taught Yaya Bello in secondary school. Ododo, I would have taught Ododo in secondary school. So listen to me, leave this woman alone. Recall her to be in the Senate. Allow her, withdraw this your recall phenomenon. It did not work for what's his name? Dino Melaye. It did not work for one other senator. The process is cumbersome. So leave her alone. Let us move forward. You are just causing a distraction. Withdraw your court cases and move forward. Hey, you might not like what I've said. I am Dr. Charles Apoki. If you don't like me, now you is Sabi. I have a webinar coming up on the 18th and 19th of April. It is tagged Managing Provocation in Marriage, Managing Provocation in Marriage, Business, and the Workplace. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. I have properties for sale. Send a message to that same number. A lot of people have sent messages to the number +234 80 21 21 92 62, wishing to meet with me in London, in different cities of the UK, take me for lunch and all that. I'm trying to work out a place where we'll meet for 2 hours in London and just interact, meet and greet. And then I could go to a few places with you. But I won't be able to meet one person at a time to have lunch, go to your houses. I usually don't visit homes. I've not entered more than 30 homes in this country in the past 25 years. I hardly eat in people's homes, except in restaurants. So let's meet and greet and chat so that I can have some time to rest. Send a message to +234 80 21 21 92 62. I have a program of my itinerary out. It will be sent to you. God bless you.